Good morning, everyone. I'm Teacher LALAINE,
And I am Teacher EDRALIN.
and we are here to discuss to you how to analyze message on different media.
Earlier, you've learned what is media literacy, its importance, and the skills that belongs to it. But today, we are going to analyze the messages on it.
There are different types of media. Each has different ways to communicate. Radio is by listening. Outdoor posters and videos are visuals. Internet and online games are interactive. The creators of media choose carefully what form of media they want their content to be in. It's about the message they want to communicate to the audience. Media products can be broken down into different elements like logos, brand names, visuals including image and colors, language or words, characters and animals, sound and music, and some uses celebrities. Each is carefully placed to help, create, and send a particular message to the audience. Stories, visuals, sounds, and images that tap into emotions are popular among media creators. In fact, emotion plays a big part in advertising. Advertisements are created to make us have certain feelings such as happy, excited, safe, jealous, interested, and enthusiastic. We associate these emotions with the product or brand being advertised. That way, we feel having a particular product or brand will make a difference to us. We might think that it will make us feel better, look better, or be happier or safer. Ads, news, movies, TV shows, and many other types of media want you to accept their messages at face value. However, you should look beneath the surface and ask questions to decode what these media messages are really saying. In analyzing media messages, the first thing we have to consider is the source. First, ask who is the source of the message. Source can be the writer, the photographer, blogger, or the artist. Knowing who is ultimately responsible for a message can reveal its true intentions as well as any possible bias. If the source isn't obvious, you can find it by following links or checking legal disclaimers. Look at the posters on the screen. Look at the lower part of it. There is a website indicated on it. If you want to check the background of the company who made the poster, you can visit their site easily. Second is the audience. Who the message is designed to reach. Who is the message for? Is it for grown-ups, for kids, girls, boys, or people who share a particular interest? The audience is defined by age, class, interest, and other factors. It can also be called as target audience. For example, this laundry detergent brand is very famous in the Philippines, and I think that most of us are familiar with this and already saw this many times on our television. Who do you think is the target audience of this advertisement? As you can see, they use women, particularly the mothers, because they are their target audience and potential customers. Next is the text. How is it trying to get your attention? The obvious part of a message is called the text, which includes any language, imagery, music, or anything else you can see in here. It includes written or spoken words, pictures, graphics, moving images, sound, and the arrangement or sequence of all these elements. Creators can use a multitude of techniques to grab your attention, and they will often craft the text to appeal to a specific audience. But even if you enjoy the message, try to remain critical so you can see if the message contains actual substance or if it's all smoke or mirrors.
The third thing that we need to analyze is the subtext. How could the message be interpreted? The implied part of a message is called the subtext, and it's suggested by the content rather than directly seen or heard. The subtext is an individual interpretation of a media messages. We as individuals decide how to interpret that subtext based on our personal biases, worldviews, and expectations. People with different perspective might interpret the same. Piece of media is very different, while this may not be a big deal. The entertainment media has different interpretations of news, while the educational media can create confusions and misunderstanding. Try to set aside your biases and preconceptions, and you'll be more likely to get what the message is trying to say. Next is persuasion techniques. What does the source do to persuade you? If we can spot the techniques being used, we're less likely to be persuaded. But what is persuasion? It means of convincing people to buy a certain product or to act something to make them believe in a certain point of view. Some uses famous people or celebrities to make them buy the products or services. Other uses slogan and catchy phrases to sell a product and services. The last one is the point of view. No one tells the whole story. Everyone tells the part of the story from their point of view. Deconstructing a message can expose the values and biases of the media maker and uncover the powerful ideological and values messages. Media messages must contain the values of audience members in order to be accepted by them. For example, a newspaper editor might want to expose a large group company for wrongdoing, but he or she might not do it because it could mean so many lost jobs for the readers of the newspaper. The audience would either reject the story, lowering the credibility or readership of the newspaper, or it may damage the local economy, which may affect the newspaper's own business. These are the decisions that media creators need to make each day. The message must be fair and trustworthy. However, some media may withhold our exaggerated information like an advertisement that makes their product appear more effective rather than reality. You may get a complete set of information from the trustworthy sources or the media even they neglect to do so. Deconstructing media messages is a critical skill in a media-saturated culture, as it helps you to cut through the noise and reach your own conclusions, as advertising taps your emotions, and it will also affect what we think, what we want, and what we need. It's up to you to see the difference, and always remember to be media-wise.